What's going on, my beautiful people? In this video, we're going to talk about 2023 hospitality trends that occurred in the short-term rental industry. Now, this information that I'm going to give you comes from a survey that was done by Hostfully with its operators. And if you don't know, Hostfully is a PMS system. It's a very good PMS system. It's one that we use, and it has a large pool of hosts from all over the world. And Hostfully conducted a survey with these hosts. Here are some of the results, and I found them kind of interesting, and I compared these results to my personal results to see how I compare with other operators. And here's why that's important. I've always said this, and I push this, and I want you guys to understand the following. Not all markets are the same. What works for me in South Florida doesn't work for me in Colombia, and what works for me in Colombia doesn't work for me in Europe. So it's very, very regional, and you need to understand that. But there are some commonalities, right? There's some things that are consistent. So for example, let's talk about market or booking sources. If you follow my weekend review, you know that I always give you where our top or the order of our booking sources. So where do our reservations and our bookings come from? And in the last couple of months, you'll notice that my direct booking site has been the #1 source for our reservation, which is what I want, which is ideal. But how about everyone else? What does everyone else see? So let's look at the numbers. According to Hostfully, in 2023, 46% of all reservations that came in through their PMS system came in from Airbnb. Not a surprise to me, and it shouldn't be a surprise to you, especially if you follow my channel. Airbnb is either #1 or #2 as my booking source. According to Hostfully, it's Airbnb's #1. The #2, though, is, you guessed it, direct booking sites, which is very promising to me. So it came in at 19% of all reservations that came in through their channel manager, which tells me that a lot of you guys are paying attention, and that a lot of you guys understand that you should not be reliant on OTAs. You should be reliant on your platform because you own it, you manage it, you control it. All right, so let's go in order now. So we have, and I'm gonna start again, Airbnb at 46%, direct booking sites and referrals at 19%. #2 surprised me on Hostfully was Verbal. Verbal came in at 17%. That surprised me because for us, Verbal's not even in the top 3 or even top 4, I believe. It came in the top 3 for Hostfully. #4 is Booking.com at 8%. 4% is others. This also surprised me because Expedia's at 2%, Marriott's 1%, Home2Go is 1%, TripAdvisor 1%, in that order there, right? There's a bunch of other new OTAs that are making a splash in the short-term rental industry. One that I mention a lot, Winstay, big fan of it. I love that platform. But you also have Travel Station, you have Florida Rentals, and that surprised me as well, but only because it's regional. Right? So regional platform, it made a big splash, enough so that Hostfully mentioned it. You have a couple of others like Plum Guide, Hopper's moving up, B&B Finder's another one, Furnish Finder, etc. Now let's talk about direct bookings, right? Direct bookings. How are people getting their direct bookings? And I'm gonna have you, before I mention it, I'm gonna have you guess, what do you think, or how do you think hosts are getting their direct bookings? You know, what are they using to attract those bookings? Well, according to Hostfully in the survey, most of you guys, and I applaud you for this as well, are getting your direct bookings organically, meaning you are getting it either through referrals, organic traffic through your social media, and also, in addition to that, you're also doing it through like an MLS type platform. Phenomenal, because that tells me that you're not paying for these direct bookings, meaning you're not doing paid advertising to get these direct bookings, which again, it's a plus, right? It's free stuff. So let's go through the numbers. 81% organic traffic, 68% through organic social media traffic, 31% came through paid social media, and then lastly, 24% came through paid search engine optimization. Here's what the takeaway is here, or at least for me. You get a lot of people that are going to hit you up and saying, hey, you should pay for SEO SEO optimization, for Google SEO optimization, etc. I personally never waste my money on that type of advertising because I'm never going to beat the Airbnbs of the world. Their pocketbook is just much deeper than mine. And when they do a search, Airbnb is just going to come out number one because they're spending the most money and they have the deeper pockets. So why am I going to spend money there when my ROI on that return isn't as great? Versus spending money, if I'm going to spend money, I'm going to spend it on social media, right? I'm going to do some paid social media targeted advertising in order to get a higher ROI on my money. But as you can see by this survey and by this number, 81%, which is the majority of you guys, are getting your bookings or your potential guests are coming organically through your social media, through your organic traffic SEO that you're doing through your website. No need to pay for it. Anyway, if you want to learn more on some of the 2023 trends, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my Instagram. I'm putting out a lot of nuggets on my Instagram. And if you want to donate to this channel, buy me a coffee. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.